going to go over how to fix the tension in a vinyl shutter. The tension is when the louvers are tilted in a horizontal position and they kind of fall down a bit. It's a little bit different than a wood shutter, requires a part and a tool, and we'll be going over that in this video. The tools that you'll need to successfully make this maintenance item issue work: you'll need a cordless drill, a specialized bit that you can purchase at Lowe's or Home Depot. I recommend going online, and we'll give the details for this part number. Should be between $7 and $12, not very expensive. But if you do not have this specialized bit, this repair becomes very, very difficult, and you could possibly damage your shutter. You would also need one tensioner and some super glue. The tensioner actually will replace one of the holes of the shutter, so when the end cap goes into it, it will actually provide tension on an individual louver that will make the entire shutter operate properly. Generally, what you want to do when you put the tensioner in, you want to put it somewhere in the midsection of the shutter. That's what works best. So the first step you would have to do is identify where you want to put it. And this is actually going to be replacing one of the holes on the side. So the first step would be, let's say we want to put a tensioner here, because let's say the shutter just kind of flops down. So first step would be to remove the slat. Again, just slight bend in the middle. Slat should come out very easily. Look, both sides have nice clean holes. If there was already a tensioner in here, obviously you wouldn't put another one in. You'd put it in on the other side. Some companies use a string or a piece of metal that actually ties the shutters together. So if you got a hold of a slat that has something where you can't get it out, just go to another slat to try to put a tensioner in. Once you've identified where you want to put the new tensioner, you take your cordless drill and your part, and you drill it out. Make sure all the excess is out. Now it's really important that it's a 5/8 outside dimension, because this piece should fit fairly tight. Now, once this piece is installed into the shutter, to keep it from rotating, we just use some super glue. This is normal super glue like you use for fingernails or around the house. We just buy 5-gallon quantities, so we put it in our own little bottles. All you need is just a little bit of glue. Then you put the tensioner in the hole, and it should snap in like a Lego. And once you're there, you're just about home. Take your louver, twist it around. Now you'll find it'll be easier if you put it in the tension side first. Flex your louver, pop it in. Now you just created tension in your shutter. Now, ideally you want to let that glue dry for 4 or 5 hours before you start using it a lot, but that will give you the tension in your shutter. Now, if you have a real wood shutter or an MDF shutter, they use a screw that goes all the way through the panel. And on those, all you'd have to do is open it, identify the screw. There may be a hole, there may be a cover, and it's usually a Phillips screwdriver, medium size, and you can actually tighten it, which will suck the edge of the door in and give you more tension on your louver. Those are 2 different types of shutters and how you can keep your louvers from falling down.